Stop seeking validation. It's a trap that keeps you from living authentically. Let's get real for a moment. How much of your life are you living for other people? How many decisions are you making based on what others might think? How often do you find yourself seeking approval, waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough? Here's the truth. Seeking validation is a trap. It's a never-ending cycle that keeps you stuck, small, and disconnected from your true self. And if you don't break free, it will rob you of the life you're meant to live. Let me break it down for you. When you seek validation, you're giving away your power. You're handing over the reins of your life to someone else and saying, "Here, you decide if I'm worthy." But here's the thing. Your worth isn't determined by what others think of you. It's determined by what you think of yourself. And when you're constantly looking for external approval, you're ignoring the most important voice of all, your own. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back because you were afraid of what someone might say? How many dreams have you abandoned because you were worried about being judged? How many opportunities have you missed because you were waiting for someone to give you permission? Seeking validation doesn't just hold you back. It keeps you from living authentically. It keeps you from being true to who you are and what you really want. Let me tell you a short story of a student in the final year of his painting class. One day he made a beautiful painting and kept it outside his studio with a note that read, "I am a painter in the mode of improving my craft. If you find errors in my work, please pick up a crayon and mark an X on the spot in the painting." When he returned in the evening, the entire painting was full of cross marks, which shattered him. His teacher encouraged him to make one more painting, which he did, and this time he kept it outside with a note reading, "This painting needs improvement. Wherever you think you can touch it up and make it better, please pick up the art supplies from the box below and help me improve my work." The teacher and the student returned after a month, but found no improvements made in the painting. No one had made any attempt to help him do better. So here's the truth. You don't need anyone's approval to be great. You don't need anyone's permission to chase your dreams. You don't need anyone to validate your worth, because your worth is already within you. It's not something you earn or something someone else could give you. It's something you already have. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can start living a life that's true to you. Let me tell you something. Living authentically is freedom. It's about being unapologetically yourself, regardless of what anyone else thinks. It's about making decisions based on what feels right to you, not what looks good to others. It's about pursuing your passions, even if they don't make sense to anyone else. It's about owning your story, your flaws, and your imperfections, and realizing that they're what make you unique. But here's the hard part. Living authentically requires courage. It requires you to let go of the need for approval and embrace the possibility of judgment. It requires you to stand tall in who you are, even when the world tries to knock you down. It requires you to trust yourself, even when no one else does. And yes, it's scary, but it's also liberating. Because when you stop seeking validation, you give yourself permission to truly live. So, how do you break free from the validation trap? Start by tuning into your own voice. What do you want? What makes you happy? What lights you up? Stop looking outside yourself for answers and start looking within. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. Trust that you know what's best for you. And most importantly, give yourself permission to be imperfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be true to yourself. So, take a deep breath. Let go of the need for approval. Step into your power and start living a life that's true to who you are. You've got this. And remember, the only validation you need is your own. Break free. Be bold. Be you. And if you're ready to step into your power, then subscribe and own your greatness.